on show 2 because I did write the times down, but I have not put them on the document. So show 2, much in the same way of Henry VIII I Am, same match, different show. The O2 taking on the Tevlins
The O2?
rematch. Oh, sorry,
The
the
O2.
O5.
Who's the O2?
It's in London.
Aye.
Yeah,
It's just down the road, down
yeah.
Oxford Road.
It's the O2, the thing that looks like a fried egg with like those sweet corn things stuck into the top of it.
We
That's
call
how
we,
I.
we call it we call it the Millennium Dome, thank you.
Yeah.
Respect
Well,
respect its heritage.
sorry, Millennium Dome. I forgot.
Mm.
Um, that's the name on the streets. The streets never forget. It's the Millennium Dome.
Respect the heritage of the Millennium Dome.
Yeah. So the O5 taking on the Tevlins, Futureshock tag team champions. Um, Now, before I even get onto this match, dear God, the backs of all 4 of these men before the match even
Yes.
started.
Aye.
Jesus Christ.
Aye. It
To
was.
say they were in a war in
Mm,
the first match, to see how they started with
mm.
the all 5 dropping the titles and then running into the ring to just
Aye.
have like a hockey fight,
Just start
effectively.
scrapping. Just
Yeah,
immediately
just
run in, start scrapping.
scrapping it, and then looking at their backs close up on front row. It was just like,
Mm.
fuck me, lads.
I will say this, despite the fact it was slightly thrown together in a weird way, I really like this a lot more than the first one.
Yes, yeah,
It was an element of like we're doing all the extra bits we didn't do.
yeah,
We're doing them at like 2 times speed, and then we're doing them like twice as hard.
yeah. It was like show 1 was like, this is what you can get,
Hmm.
and show 2 is just like, nah, we're not gonna do that. We'll just do what
Uh,
we want. And they just
th th
basically
that's
beat
what I
the
mean.
shit out of each other.
This is the for the sickos one. This was
Yes,
uh
this was
mm. I
this.
always gain a certain respect for wrestlers when I'm like, oh you guys like doing this for real. Okay, I'm up
Yeah,
for that. Uh,
this. You know what? I might actually put this on my list of matches of the year.
you know, I would. I don't know if I'd agree with you, but I would. I totally respect that as a take.
In 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 terms of matches, not like
Mm,
in the top 5,
yeah.
but on the growing list I have
Mm,
that I've seen this year, I would easily put this on there.
aye.
And it might be, you know what I think it's I'm trying to hang on one, two.
What are you
It's
trying to
it
figure out
could
what to demote?
it's not demote, I'm just seeing how many I actually have from Future Shock. I have a few on there.
Mm,
But this match was a joy to watch. It was
it was.
hard hitting.
Aye. It was fantastic for.
It was fun. Yeah,
Aye.
I can't particularly.
Aye.
There are so many words I
Mm,
could use.
it's very much showing a side of the two teams that we didn't see in the first one, where the
Yes,
first one did feel like this is the standard match, and this one felt like, right, we can turn this up a bit now.
yes,
So they've already seen what we can do on a normal day, and
yeah,
now the only way we can really make this justified is we have to turn this up,
yeah.
and that means going hard for realsies.
This is almost like saying, right, the first match is what we would have done a year ago,
Mm,
and the second match was like, this is us like experienced, seasoned veterans now,
aye, absolutely.
and it was just brutal, but in the best kind of way.
Aye,
Um, I would happily watch this again. Um,
absolutely.
and as we said earlier, or you said, the chemistry both these two teams have
Mm,
uh helped a lot.
aye.
The one thing about this was the very start of it, I worried we might not get that far in.
Mm,
Um, because we had I think it was uh, Deck did a move. I don't know if he did a moonsault again
Hmm.
or if he came through the ropes, but he landed right on the head of KJ.
Oh.
And he
Hmm.
was, because you had the whole brawl and everything, then he landed
Hmm.
on his head
Hmm.
and he was very slow to kind of like get up.
Hmm.
And then we saw him kind of like loosely walking around like very slowly.
Aye.
And we're just looking at him thinking, is he okay? Is he okay? Because
Hmm.
I think it took him a good few minutes to kind of get his bearings back.
Hmm.
Because you had a member of the crowd shouting at him constantly,
Hmm.
and he just seemed to kind of like almost be like doubling over and just
Aye.
thinking, I am not here.
Hmm.
Um, Thankfully, it seemed to be fine because he continued and took some shots as well.
Aye. Aye.
Um, but it's effectively uh, ended the same way as the first match with the assisted cutter.
Hmm.
It wasn't a perfect cutter.
Hmm.
However, while it didn't look very kind of like hard hitting,
Hmm.
in the context of how kind of knackered and grueling this was,
Hmm.
even if it had been like a kick to like the back of the ear
Hmm.
or like a blow to the back of the ear, and that sent them down, I fully accept that. And with
Aye.
this, while they didn't get all of it, as the
Hmm.
term is, it still was believable that even not hitting it fully would still cause you to stay down
Hmm.
due to
Absolutely.
how hard hitting. I can't
Aye.
stress how hard hitting this
Every
match
move
was.
is like hard hitting and everything had a little sort of desperation to it to
Yeah,
some degree. And that's you can forgive some sort of like flubs and things if it's clear that everyone is in the sort of desperation move to just
yeah.
keep going to some degree. So
And there was a lot in this match where you thought it wasn't kind of planned. It felt
hmm.
like a genuine fight.
Yeah.
I
There
think
are
that's
there
and
are
I think that's why it
sections
felt much better than the first.
there was a lot of strike sections in there where they are
Yes,
just like lamping each other with forearms.
yes,
And as a sick freak that I am, I do enjoy a good forearm exchange, and
yeah,
they was up there in terms of like going, leaning them in, giving them the stiff ones.
yeah. It's one of these are the matches I love the most.
Mm.
So kind of like the more physical, hard hitting, say
Aye.
strong style, if you like, and all them.
Yes. Mm.
Um, I am one of those kind of sick
Mm.
people that love him,
Yeah.
and this is probably my favorite tag match I've seen this year. I'd
Mm.
say.
Aye.
Um,
Me and Sam were talking during the match, and this is a suggestion that I had to some degree because I know we're talking about Future Shock and not talking about Catch, but we know that Hostile is coming up for Catch in a bit.
hmm,
And I suggested you could put someone like Harvey Dukes in there, and I'd totally buy it.
yes,
Yeah,
And-
he's the strong style guy in
hmm.
the O5, and you could easily put him in that field, and he would give you that kind of performance.
we there was a chat amongst a few of us on Sunday where
Mm,
people made comparisons with the old 5
mm.
with the Young Guns when they first started.
I was gonna say there is a very that's a
Yeah,
natural comparison to some degree.
yeah, because you can see
Right.
very much Dukes in the mold of Jacobs,
Yes.
and Deck does have the frame and kind of slight resemblance of like Ethan in
Mm.
kind of does not know when to kind of like give up. Kind
Aye.
of the small man syndrome in a sense
Mm.
of does will take a licking but keeps on kicking.
Mm,
Um, so I can see that where the where that comes from, that kind of like um
right.
scenario or
Mm.
semblance at least.
Have we had an O5 versus Young Guns match before?
Not that I'm aware of.
Because that feels like that could be
I would love
something
to see it.
for a big show on a big card. That could be something.
Yes, I would love to
Aye,
see that.
because that's very much the old young star tag team of Future Shock
Yes,
versus the new young star tag team of Future Shock.
I, I could possibly see that in depending how things go in, say like a couple years maybe.
Mm,
When like the O5 have a bit more
aye.
experience in them.
Mm,
That said, they could probably pull it off now. To be fair,
aye.
the way they have massively kind of like risen
Mm,
in all their kind of their career so far.
there you go.
The exciting part of this match, the times of which is not on the
Okay.
screen, so you can't cheat on this. But I
Okay.
do have the times.
Okay. So it was
Would you
like
like a clue?
no, I'm gonna go blind because I've gained
Oh,
a lot of confidence now, so I'm gonna go blind.
go on.
Because it was like 14-17 or something last time, was it? So
Uh,
this one's gonna
the the
the la
original match was 16 minutes 14.
16 minutes 14. I'm gonna go. This was definitely felt that it was a bit shorter, so I'm going to go 12 minutes 37.
11 minutes 53.
A little over, but I'll take it. I'll take it.
Yeah, he's still in the double
I was
figures.
in the right range. I was in the
You're
right
in the
ballpark.
ballpark towards,
Mm.
even if that might have been outside of the ballpark, but you were within the confines of the ballpark.
Baseball.
Um, yeah, wow. I have to get some baseball
Mm.
influences in. Match number two was the debuting Karnivora taking on Lily Winter. Should have been
Hmm.
Lana Austin, but Lana currently has concussion, to which we
Mm.
wish Lana a speedy recovery.
Hmm.
Um, so we had Lily Winter stepping in for Lana. What were your takes on this one?
I thought it was all right, this match. I don't necessarily know if it's hugely remarkable. Always like seeing Lily. Lily's doing good stuff,
Mm,
and even if I'm used to her slightly differently than usual here.
yeah.
But Carnivora makes an impression. I would say that
Yes.
it's a very big gimmick.
Yes.
It's a very broadly big gimmick. I'll
Mm.
be perfectly honest. I think me and Sam spent a good chunk of this match because everyone was making various 80s references, so we were trying to make more unobtrusive 80s references. So I was like, can we do a Falklands chat? Or can we do a every 80s kid remembers Norman Lamont, Chancery the Exchequer.
Yes.
So
I mean,
I was going mm,
there is one thing I can remember about Norman Lamont, but I can't particularly use that uh,
indeed.
actual one. But
No. But that
those
was
that
all I
remember
felt
this,
yes. It felt
yes,
like a lot of the match was people realizing what the gimmick was and being like, "Oh, we can have fun with this."
yes,
To some degree. But Carnivore is solid enough. She gives me big once Rain Leverkusen, now Lizzie Rain vibes a
there
bit.
was. I thought she was like a mixture of like Rain Leverkusen, uh, Emi Sakura, with the kind of like Queen
Mm.
and just kind of how
I'd
she
give you
kind
that,
of
yeah.
present,
Mm.
uh, and kind of the look of Oscar with like the hair and everything. So it was like a
Mm.
common. It was like a fly trap, not a fly trap, a fly machine with
Mm.
multiple people squashed in.
Yes,
Uh,
there's a lot going there, but
yes,
it did the job, and it was an entertaining match.
I I really love this match.
Mm.
There was a lot to love with this match. I thought the references we had, I had to query at one point because we had "Never Gonna Give You Up,"
Mm.
which I was positive was 88.
Aye.
I was very confident it was 88. It was
It is, but
87.
it is, but I think people just sort of again, 80s nostalgia is a thing where people just take key bits and put them wherever. So
Yes.
that's very much canonized in the general 80s nostalgia piece. So.
Because I think she was billed from 1987.
Mm,
So, and then we had chance of VHS, and I thought
mm,
that's not solely an 80s thing. That was
aye.
90s as well.
But she was giving it the Be Kind Rewind, so it was kind of somewhat suitable.
Yeah. So we,
Aye.
we, we had a fair few 80s references, which
Mm.
I was not against.
Aye. It did feel like a
Um,
moment where there was finally like a gimmick that was like, oh, we can like have a bit of fun doing some fun chanty stuff in this. So,
yes,
and that's sometimes the only way you have a character who can be like, the crowd is now allowed to have fun.
I think that I think if they didn't have that kind of character gimmick,
Mm.
I think it could have been a bit of a quiet match.
Possibly, aye.
But because the fans had something to kind of like latch onto,
Mm.
and her kind of presence she gives off
Mm.
instantly kind of won the crowd over
Aye.
within seconds. But when
Aye.
she came out, no one fully knew what
Mm.
to expect. I think having those two that were in the crowd that were just ra rabid, I think it's fair to
Mm.
say,
Yeah.
and did a great job at trying to get the crowd going as much as they
Mm.
could throughout the entire show, has to be said.
Aye.
Um, I thought they did extremely well to help everything.
Mm.
Um, Lily, who is very deadpan
Yes.
in,
I was gonna say, I think this match only really works as well as it does because of Lily. It's like I'm thinking in terms of if this went as it was meant to be and then Lana was involved, I don't think it would have worked as well.
yeah, I can see, I can see Lana kind of playing along, but then
Mm.
not being. It probably would still work, but I think with Lily
Yeah.
because she's so deadpan.
Yeah. You need for someone who's a big personality like Karnivora, having
Yeah.
someone like having such a deadpan presence like Lily there
Yes.
works to Carnivora's benefit because
Yes.
I feel like Carnivora doesn't get as over in this match if it's against Lana.
Yes.
Mm.
I think this is in a weird way a perfect storm
Mm.
for both because I think this helps Winter as well in a way,
Mm.
and I think Winter did well helping kind of like Carnivora. Carnivora fed off Lily being very kind of like deadpan
Mm.
and just. I mean, there's not too much I can remember about the whole contest except for like
Mm.
the crowd reactions,
Aye.
which is in a way taking away from what happened in the ring. But
Mm.
if you can engage with the crowd, that is
Mm.
almost more important than the actual match because you can have
Aye.
two people go out have a 5-star classic,
Mm.
but if the crowd aren't interested,
Aye.
who cares? But if
Aye.
you have the crowd hook, line, and sinker, and the match is in a sense like a bit of an afterthought, but in a good way,
Yeah.
it's it's not a bad thing.
Exactly.
Which is it's a weird thing to say, but
I feel like the second show did benefit a lot from the fact that there were a lot more sort of things for the crowd to get engaged in
yes,
a bit more. There was a
yeah,
lot more crowd interaction. I don't know if that was good. I
participation
don't know
and
if that was a case of like it's later in the day.
yeah,
Everyone's had a bit of a drink now because I certainly had, but
yeah.
it
No,
was very. It's me, mate. But yeah, it was. It felt like there was a lot more. Crowd was more into being involved more
Hmm.
comparative to the first show.
I think especially this and the next match we'll get onto in a second.
Mm,
Uh, the match itself, Carnivora picked up her win her debut win, uh, having saw Lily. Uh, I think it was like a sunset flip maneuver,
mm,
and you could see where we were going with this, where she's literally right by the ropes, and
mm,
as the kind of the count starts, she grabs the second rope, Referee looks at her, and just goes, "Get off the ropes." And Lily goes, "No, no, I'm not letting go." And then as soon as she does, Karnivora just gets the leg
Mm,
over the arm. Momentum takes her backwards.
mm,
1, 2, 3. Karnivora wins. Uh, really loved this.
mm,
Uh, Again, this is why I thought show two was better because the matches I thought were better.
mm.
The crowd reaction was entertaining.
Aye.
Uh, and of course, we come to our favorite new section of the show.
New section.
Joe,
We've done it
what
every
is the
one now.
time?
I'm gonna say this was. I'm going 8 minutes 50.
11 minutes
Oh,
6.
I went well under there. I'm losing it again
And,
now.
and and I'll give you a bit of a clue moving forward.
Okay.
There
See,
is not
I had. Mm,
there is
sorry, go
not a
on.
single match that goes under 10 minutes.
Okay, so that's where I'm aiming for. Right.
Yeah.
See, I had
They
all
are
that
all
confidence earlier.
over 10, 10 and a half minutes more.
See, I need that. I had all that confidence earlier, and it's completely shot again.
Yeah.
So that's what I get. That's what I get for having self belief.
You don't need it.
Lesson learned, kids. Don't
Yeah.
try.
So, uh, we then come we should originally have had Jason Vesper. Oh, sorry, Jenson Vesper.
Vesper.
Sorry, Jason Scooter. That's what I'm thinking.
Mm.
Jenson Vesper and Peter Sedohr taking on John. And there he is. And Stephen Cross, his
Mm.
tag partner that does not want to be his tag partner.
Mm.
So, before we even come to that, they did a great job at saying Stephen Cross was either not here or he was not wanting to come out. So they were
Mm.
going to take a short break,
Mm.
which was really to sort the ring out.
Yes, it was a bit bold to be like, here's our kayfabe reasoning as to why we have to take a
Yes,
break, and then have everyone fix the ring in front of everyone else.
yes,
It's I appreciate the attempt, but it
yeah,
was a bit like needless to some degree.
yes. It's just like
Aye.
we know you need to do something to the ring because everyone keeps checking it during the matches.
No.
Just say we're going to have a quick little
Mm.
kind of like tighten the ring, make sure everyone's fine, everyone's okay,
Mm.
like they normally do. It was just like you don't need to, you know, say this.
Mm.
We know the reason why.
Yeah. I
Because
don't
you just
necessarily
hear
mind
the
it because I like a little bit of kayfabe in certain things,
yeah,
but it was a bit needless. But
yeah,
I sort of appreciate it in a
yeah.
way.
Um, and then once he sorted it, you went, oh, Stephen Cross has been told he has to do this or he will be fined or whatever it was,
Mm.
just to add more kind of meat
Aye.
to a bone.
Mm.
Um, so we end. Oh, where do we start with this? Uh,
Aye.
you know what? I'm going to go backwards on this.
Mm.
How long do you think this match went?
Okay, if you're asking me this, I'm gonna say it was quite long then. I'm gonna go with 16-14.
12 minutes and 10 seconds.
Oh,
It
okay.
felt longer,
Hmm.
but it was not that long
Hmm.
in terms.
Aye.
Um, I'll ask your take on this first because I'm interested to know
Aye.
your view on this,
Hmm. It
especially with
was
Sam with you as well.
yes. This it was a very fun match. Again, having the reteam of Vesper and Sedohr was quite enjoyable in a lot of
Mm.
ways, and they were both very animated, very much doing
Yes,
their shtick. There were various bits of their shtick that I felt may have crossed certain lines,
yes.
but, but there was one particular
One
one. Do you want me
particular
to
one, yes.
give the
I
rundown?
mean, in it's. I think we need to say this is within the context of what was happening.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, Jenson Vesper sets up for Three Amigos. Eddie
Mm.
Guerrero's famous triple suplexes. And as he
Or,
sets up for it,
or the Vespa, was it the Vespa Migos?
he as he sets up for it, he gives the shout of Vespamigos.
Yeah.
And Sedohr, quick as a flash, just goes, "It's what Eddie would have wanted." And I don't quite know what the full reaction of the crowd was because me and Sam were both there, like sort of speechless a bit, just like, okay, oh,
I'll be honest, I didn't hear it. But I think
it
those on
was,
that side of where Sedohr was, I
mm,
think probably did.
aye, it was bold. We'll say it's a bold
Oh,
choice of
it's
choice.
I mean,
Aye,
one thing we can never say about
mm,
Sedohr, he he isn't bold.
aye, he's very, he will go for it. If the line is
Yes,
there, he'll go for it.
yes. If there is a
No, there's,
if there's a gap that
mm,
is completely no chance of getting through, he
mm.
will still give it a damn good go.
The worst thing you can do is have dead air.
Yes.
There's no such thing as a bad gag if the alternative is no gag.
Yeah. And especially as this is coming from me who will love to tell bad gags. Uh
Mm.
I'm completely at home with Sedours.
Nice.
I did like though the first kind of put down Sedohr had,
Mm.
where the crowd were cheering for Sedohr,
Mm.
and you clearly know he does not want everyone cheering for him for
Mm.
certain reasons and obvious reasons,
Mm.
and came out with the line, "If you want to make out with your mum and dad, chant Sedohr." That chant stopped in its tracks.
There we go.
A master at work, ladies
There
and
we go.
gentlemen, is Peter Sedohr. Um, God.
God
I
bless him.
mean, there's so much that happened in this.
Aye.
This was more a case of, I mean, if you ask me any moves in this match,
Mm.
I can name two, actually
Aye.
three,
Mm.
technically three. Okay, four. The attempted three amigos,
Mm.
Vesper doing the 5, 6, 7, 8
Mm.
bit.
He did
Uh,
that twice, actually.
yeah, that's I was
Aye.
kind
He
of
did that twice
doing
because I
that
feel
as
like it failed the first time and
I
then
only
did it the
do that
second
as a
time.
one
Mm.
because he did it
Aye.
once. I don't count that as a second move,
Mm.
uh, unless one's his signature and one's his kind of like full blown finisher. The other two were technically the same as well. Well, they
Mm.
were technically the same. They were the same, and that was how this match ended.
Mm.
Um, but it was. I mean, it was just a license to just piss around on
It
it,
was a
really.
little bit. Aye, I do still feel
And
like I feel like we haven't mentioned the other two people in this match, but the actual sort of like ongoing bit of the match with them two, with John and Stephen Cross, was also really well done.
oh,
Aye.
if we're talking about Lily Winter being deadpan,
Mm.
my God, Stephen Cross has that title, and he is like Bruno Sammartino, and he ain't giving that title up anytime soon.
Absolutely. Aye.
The Especially, I think it was Miles tried to start a Stephen Cross chant, and he
Mm.
immediately cut him off and went, "Don't you dare start with that." And then
Brilliant.
Vesper and Sedohr are coming out with all jokes about Cross, saying
Mm.
Stone Cold Stephen Cross,
Mm.
and Cross is just going, "Ha ha ha, very funny. Haven't heard
Aye.
that before. Uh, my ribs are basically kind of like
Aye.
in stitches. Ho ho
Aye.
ho." But deadpan the entire time.
Aye. Absolutely.
And I think Sedohr tries to. I almost felt like they were trying to kind of like break him during
Yeah,
this
there was
match.
definitely an element of like, let's try and see if we can get this guy, get
Yeah,
this
it was
guy's
like
corpse a little
we're
bit.
going to get him to crack,
Yeah.
and they were unsuccessful.
Mm.
God bless them, they tried.
Aye.
John, I mean, let's not.
No.
John, in a sense, was the star. in the fact that
Yes.
he,
It
I
was
don't
it
think
was
he
his
got,
match technically.
yeah, I don't think he got any particular moves in.
No.
Maybe one or two, but
Aye. John is exceptional at getting beat down.
yes,
He's the best in the business at taking punishment.
yeah,
Because I don't think I've seen a single match of him so far where the majority of it isn't him being beaten down and going for the tag.
yeah. This was in a sense Vesper and Sedohr taking on Bernie from Weekend at Bernie's because it was effectively just working with like someone that did not move or
Aye.
did not particularly do
Hmm.
anything at all.
Aye.
Um, or Jason Exile if you're mystery wrestling. Um, Stephen Cross just stood there.
Hmm.
I think Miles at one point said, "You ain't getting a paycheck if you don't do out." And then Cross came back at him with a couple of zingers.
Aye.
And he can, I think he cooked Miles a couple of times with some of them.
Hmm. I think we were trying to give him a thing about like, are you really gonna sit there and let these two get a win over you?
Yes.
And I
And then
think
he went,
that played
yes.
into the end of it.
He,
Aye.
I think he said, "Are you really got to let them two?" He went, "I'm not really bothered.
Hmm.
I could care less."
Aye.
And
Hmm.
then we have, I think it's referee Liam gets knocked to the deck
Hmm.
or deck for those that are listening.
Hmm.
Um, you've got Sedohr. Oh, sorry. Vesper accidentally knocks, he says,
Hmm.
inverted commas, Cross off the ring,
Hmm.
or he knocks, or he barges into. Cross isn't a happy bunny. I say if
Hmm.
he was a happy bunny to start off with. Sedohr then looks at Cross, punches him, and then this brings Cross into the match.
Hmm.
Hits a spine buster on Vesper. Hits a second spine buster on Sedohr. And with a referee down, he grabs John's arm, drapes it across Sedohr, and the losing streak for Peter Sedohr continues.
Hmm.
And the winning run over Sedohr from John is still ongoing.
There we go.
As as Cross and John win,
Hmm.
as soon as kind of like Cross draped the arm over
Hmm.
Sedohr, he just left. Just went,
Didn't
yeah,
even wait
I've
for the
done my
count. He
bit.
just left. Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
I
left
mean,
and he went for the
I've
count.
done my work.
Hmm.
I did my bit in the ring.
Hmm.
Um, this this was just a whole lot of fun. This match, to be
It was great. This a great
brutally
fun,
honest.
just a very fun match in all regards.
Yeah,
Great stuff.
the first half of show two was just really just comedy.
Aye.
Um, well, would have
Hmm.
been the first half
Hmm.
because we went effectively match.
Yeah, we went straight through from there.
Yeah, we went straight through, and
We effectively had the intermission just a bit earlier. So
yeah, it was like going to a bit of a Rev Pro show where you just went, right, they'll do the break now. And you're just like, nope,
nice.
nope, we'll do the
Hmm.
next one. Um, yeah, so we then moved to Slambulance versus the Horde, that being
Ah,
Haley Cooling and
ah,
Seraphim.
you've not
Yes,
asked me a question.
I have.
Oh no, sorry, you did. Yes, you did at the start. My
Yes,
apologies. Hmm.
yes.
I'm used to them at a certain time now. You got to
Yes,
keep the
I
format
could
the same.
sense what the question was going to be.
You can keep the format the same. I get
Yeah.
confused.
Oh, it's all right. Well, the format goes back to normal now.
Oh, good, good, good.
So we have Slambulance, that being Slam Johnson and Dr. Proctor, taking on the Horde in Haley Cooling and Seraphim. Uh,
Was it not Romie and Ridgeway?
mm,
I think it was.
I well, I've done this, so
Okay, we'll do it your way then. But
yeah,
yeah, we'll do it in
I've
the
announced the
order
match
that
now.
we will do it the order that the host has written
Yeah,
it. So
which is dangerous, but yes. What was your take on this?
I thought it was pretty good. This again, I think it was very similarly styled match.
Hmm.
Two teams, they're very good. Two teams in terms of chemistry and all that sort of stuff. And the very story of the match was very the usual kind of one with Slambulance, where it's Proctor takes a bit of the offense, get slam in, Slam teases doing the slams, gets cut off somehow,
Yeah.
rinse and repeat until we go to a finish, and then
Mm.
boom. And then we have a bit of storyline finish in this, which we will get to. But yeah, it did similarly, it did all the jobs it needed to do,
No,
and everyone
it's,
in it was doing good stuff.
again, it was. It felt like they were working towards something, but not. There was not a result
Mm,
in a sense, which is really what happened.
yeah.
Um, Slambulance just doing all their little kind of like shtick with the
Mm,
kind of like clear
mm.
with Proctor doing it to Seraphine. Seraphine really selling it well.
He did
Um,
indeed. I
there's not
think
too many that do it well.
both Cooling and Seraphim are quite good sellers in a lot of
Yes,
ways.
we
Aye.
we are on this podcast massive fans, especially of Halo Cooling. We
Indeed.
think they get better and better.
They do
I think
indeed.
this was probably Seraphine's best match I think I've seen at Future
Aye.
Shock.
I was about to say I don't. I think this might have been the first time I've seen Seraphim about, but I think this is the first time I've seen him in a match.
Hmm,
Most of the time they've just been hanging about doing spooky goblin stuff.
yeah, I did laugh on the entrance though.
Hmm.
Uh, when they were walking past Miles chanting, "We want Solomon," and you had Cooling go past us and just go, "He's not." Oh no, he's Gorgon. He went, "He's
Hmm.
gone. He's not in the Horde anymore."
Hmm.
And Miles continues it because he likes to flog a dead horse at times, that lad.
Hmm.
And he carries it on. Seraphine almost goes right up to Miles' face and just goes, "He's a sinner."
Excellent. I love
I
it.
I could have pissed myself there and then.
Amazing.
Superb. Yeah, the match, it's it was fine.
Hmm.
I can't particularly go any further than that. It always felt like it was leading to something, which it was.
Everyone was essentially waiting for Solomon to come out. So
Yes, it was like everyone kind of I can't think of his name now. The famous actor, the one with the funny eyes. Uh, it was in was it Frankenstein's monster? And
uh
Andy, it's not Andy Zoltz.
I know what you mean.
Andy, oh, what's he called?
Hmm.
Uh,
Don't know. Brain's dying.
oh no, don't do this to me. Uh, Frankenstein monster. I'm going to do this. I don't care if it is eating into dead air.
Need to
I'm
know.
I
Needs to be
need to
known.
Andy. No, it's not him. It's not Andy Warhol. He had hair.
No.
Oh, what's he flaming well called? It is Andy something, isn't it?
I don't know who you're thinking of here.
He's got the funny eyes. Is it Andy?
Are you not thinking of Young Frankenstein?
Yes.
Uh is it
Have
not
we heard
Marty
the name?
something?
Yes,
Yeah.
Marty Phelps.
Marty Feldman.
Marty Feldman.
That's him. There we go.
That's the fella. Yeah, that's the
I
fella.
hope you all enjoyed listening to us attempt to
Yes.
remember the name of an actor.
Yeah. Well, I'm old, so
Hmm.
I have that thing. Yeah.
You're old, I'm a bit thick. It all works.
Yes. That's why we're doing. That's why we do podcasts.
Indeed.
Um, instead of doing using our time more wisely.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, it almost felt like we were him having one eye on the match, one eye on the curtain,
Hmm.
expecting Solomon to come. And who who would know? Solomon actually turned up, uh,
Hey.
attacks Slambulance
Hmm.
from behind, and everyone's thinking, "Oh no, he's rejoined the Horde."
Hmm.
And then there's kind of
He's too loyal, he doesn't
yeah,
know better.
the air slightly went out of the room. It felt
Aye.
for a
Aye.
few seconds,
Hmm.
and then chokeslam both Cooling and Seraphine,
Hmm.
and everyone kind of like breathed a sigh of relief and went, "Oh,
Yeah.
thank
I
God
mean
he's
that
not in
that
the
was the
Horde."
moment that a lot of people were like finally on board with like, oh
Yeah,
yeah, Solomon, he's doing it. And that's kind
yeah,
of there's
he's
always
doing
been the thing of waiting to see when it happens, and that was the moment where the majority of the crowd were like, oh, he is a good guy, yeah.
yeah. And then we had a I never thought I'd hear the day. A massive chant for Solomon.
Aye.
And
So that's what I mean. It was like that was the moment where everyone was like, "Yes, we can finally." Everyone kind of got on the same page finally.
because I've said it before, and I will do it. I have never particularly been a big fan of Solomon because,
Mm.
in fairness to him, I think that mask does not fully help him.
No.
It's like Jock's watch on Bully Ray, where he's pulling his pants. He's kind of trying to
Yeah.
see through the eyes,
Exactly.
and I think it's hampered him.
Mm.
However, what I've realized is when he is in a storyline, he looks so much better as
Mm.
opposed to when they just bring him out kind of like willy nilly and just go,
Yeah.
right, you're going to do this, and that's it.
Mm.
When he's been given something to do
Mm.
continuously, he genuinely looks like a monster
Mm.
because he
Aye.
hasn't really come across as one
Aye.
in the past for me. He's just been
Mm.
a tall person who
Aye.
can hit choke slams and that's it.
It's the Kane thing where when they're just a big goon, it's
Yeah.
not that interesting. But when they have a bit more motivation behind them, or there's some sort of storyline to go with
Yes.
it, you get what works about them.
It's that thing of when you get more reps, you become better.
Mm.
And in Future Shock, he's been on, it's felt like almost every show.
Mm.
And he has gotten better and better and better
Mm.
to the point now that I am more of a fan of Solomon than I was, say, last year, where I wouldn't say crapping because that'd be unfair, but I
Mm.
was not keen on.
You weren't enthusiastic for his work.
Yes, I wasn't
Aye.
particularly enthusiastic.
Mm.
Uh, but this storyline, I
Mm.
think, has sort a few people change their minds
Aye.
on him, which
Mm.
is only a good thing.
Absolutely.
And we finished this segment with Solomon asking for the microphone.
Mm.
I'm thinking, oh God, he's going to talk. He's going to be like Kane from like 99. We
Aye.
just needs the voice box.
Mm.
And I
But
think we get like,
we don't have the budget for that here at
yeah,
Futureshock.
I think we had like a mini grunt
Mm.
and then just pointed to the screen
Aye.
and it came up Gorgon versus Solomon at
Mm.
anniversary show, August 15th at Union.
Aye.
And I thought, you know what, that actually works better. Just
Aye.
point at the screen
Aye.
and you had Gorgon doing all the heavy lifting, so to speak,
Aye.
with like all
He
the
was having a
emotions.
Gorgon was having an amazing crash out. I will say that.
Yes. When
It was them it was Haley and Seraphim having to drag him out the other side
yes.
as he's like kicking and screaming.
Yes. E- Everyone I felt in this particular segment came
Mm.
away better than they did in show one,
Yes. Aye.
I
This
feel.
did
I
this
think
did this did everything that the trial on the first show needed
yeah,
to, but like way better.
yes, 100%.
Mm.
Would you like to take a guess at how long this match went?
I'm gonna go with I mean, there was the sort of interrupt DQ stuff, so I'm gonna go with
This is up to as far as I know, this is up to the actual
mm,
interference when the bell went.
I'm gonna go with 10 minutes 40.
12 minutes 47.
Mm.
So
See, I've
not
lost it.
too far.
It's gone. I've lost it now. I've lost my good luck streak.
So we then came to our penultimate match of the night, and
Mm.
that was Romie Kendrick taking on Chris Ridgeway.
Mm.
Joe.
This was a very good match. I really like this. I think there is the element always with when you get Chris Ridgeway, and there's always an element of like, oh, here's like a proper wrestler here now. Here's a proper star guy. And Romy's someone who I've always respected, and I think he's a very good talent. I've always found him a bit generic in places to some degree, but this. showing here with Ridgeway was like really good. I
Mm.
really enjoyed the sort of the particular showing of it. This again, similar to the first match, this very hard hitting, hard style match, and Romy going at it to the same intensity. No sense of him being outmatched. He was always on it trying to do the same stuff, and it was a really well told sort of story they were going throughout of him continuously getting overmatched but managing to get out of it and
Yeah.
trying to get his stuff on and having to sell the limbs and sell the actual damage. And yeah, it was just, it may have not been a sort of super dramatic match in some way, but it was a really well told bit of psychology in there. In the classic Ridgeway way of like, we're gonna twist your limbs and do
Yeah.
kicks and you're gonna sell it and that's gonna be what the match is. And if you like that stuff, this match was a really good example of it.
It's a thing of every time I see a Ridgeway do a dragon screw, I find myself turning into Michael Cole going vintage Ridgeway.
Aye.
Uh,
It's like you know with Ridgeway what you're gonna get to some degree, but you know it's gonna be good.
yes,
Aye.
it's rare you get a Ridgeway match and you come away thinking, oh well, that wasn't great.
Mm.
You always know it's going to be hard hitting for a
Yes.
start.
Mm.
Uh, I think it always depends who the opponent is as well.
Mm.
I think sometimes it can be a case of the opponent could have done a bit more, or kind of it would have been more ideal if this had happened.
Mm.
Um, yeah, Romy just basically sucking it up and taking his lumps,
Aye.
and Ridgeway doing everything he can to try and just getting him to like quit or give up,
Mm.
and Romy just not doing so.
Aye.
Uh, I did like I think it was the tweet that Troy Ryan put out. I don't know if you've seen it,
I'm not sure. You
of
go ahead.
the monkey doing kind of like for kind of like the shots that Ridgeway was doing,
Mm.
where it's kind of like forearm shots to the chest and stomach
Mm.
area that he did to Romy constantly.
Aye.
But there is a clip of I think it's a monkey where he's basically just doing it against this glass window where there's like a
Mm.
doll, and they kept saying, "This is how kind of Ridgeway was doing it," and it's just these like forearm shots. I mean, that is very
Mm.
similar to what Ridgeway was doing. Um,
Aye.
yeah, a lot of the submission holds that Romy was in,
Mm.
I would not have kind of been against him if he tapped out because
Mm.
they were not nice looking.
Aye. Aye.
They were a bit
But
gnarly.
but again, Romy's got fighting spirit.
Yes, he has a
That's
lot of it.
exactly. It does feel like an element of like when a wrestler wants to up the game to some degree and get to a new level, it's like you call someone like Chris Ridgeway to put them through the paces a little bit.
It's almost
Give him a little bit of that real style and see how they fare. And I think Romy fared surprisingly quite well.
it's not quite the final boss, but
Mm.
it's like Crash Bandicoot when you get towards the end, you face like Ripperoo before you
Aye.
even come to like Neo Cortex.
Mm.
Uh, it's like
He's a great mid boss. He's where you prove the
yes,
he is the like he's the third boss who is surprisingly harder to beat than like the fourth or fifth one.
yeah, it's it's like you're going to be in a tussle, and
Mm.
you're not going to come out of it better than you went into it. You
Aye.
may win,
Mm.
but you're a different person when you come out of it.
Exactly. It will up your game in some
Yes.
form. Aye.
But yeah, this was a really good match. The only, if you want to say negative slant I want to put on it, I felt it went on a bit too long personally. I
Well,
think you could have
thank
shaved
you for giving me a
about,
clue.
yeah, I felt you could have shaved about, I don't know,
Mm.
four, 3, 4 minutes off this.
I feel like you're always going to get that when it's a lot of selling in a
Yeah.
match, where it's
I,
a lot of selling limbs,
mm,
where you need to, where especially when it's selling the leg, which means that everyone has to sort of hobble
mm.
around a bit and isn't quite as fast.
I will say this for Romy though. I feel sorry for him
Mm.
because it's now two matches where he's. I will tell you this as well. It was
Mm.
the longest match on the show,
Okay. Mm.
and he had, I think, the longest match last time
Mm.
at the Stockport Guildhall against Teddy Ray,
Aye.
when on that occasion it was sweltering,
Mm.
and this was kind of the same as well.
Aye.
And Romy always seems to have long matches when it's hot,
Aye.
never when it's kind of like a bit
No. Usually.
chilled or like
Aye.
the weather's fine.
But to be fair, you credit someone like Romy. He's an engine. He's a workhorse in that respect.
Yes.
You can stick him in there and he can go for as long as needs to be, and he will do the
Yeah.
job. That's something I respect about him a lot. He is a
Yeah.
very hardworking guy. Even if I don't necessarily like fully click with him a lot of the time,
Hmm.
I respect that he gives it socks every time and he goes for it. So
Hmm. I think we he did uh message me about what I'd said the last time about both lads kind of uh did well in the heat, and he went,
mm.
yeah, it was. He said we did really well. It was hot. It was awful, but it was a good
Mm.
match.
Aye.
Uh,
Well, fair play to you, Romy. You did good, lad. Well done.
it did. The lad did well. Uh, time, if you please.
Well, you said it was the longest. I'm gonna go with 17:31.
18 minutes and 2 seconds.
Oh, not too bad. Not too bad. I'm getting back into it now. I've got one more match to
You got one more match to
salvage
try and
myself.
redeem yourself.
Hmm.
So we come to the main event of the show, which wasn't really the main event. It was just the last match
It
because we
was well.
didn't really have a. Yeah,
It's a
it was the
title
main
match.
event,
It's a title match.
and in fairness, I would probably put this as the main event as well, due to the
Hmm.
star power with both these people.
Indeed.
Uh, so for the Futureshock Women's title, we have Hollie Barlow defending her title against the returning Violet Nyte.
Hmm.
Um, really happy to see Violet back at Futureshock.
Aye,
I am
aye.
a big fan of Violet. I've seen her a fair few times at Bridge Pro because it's
Mm-hmm.
one of the local shows to her,
Hmm.
being as it's in the Midlands. Um, Seeing her Eve, to which I'm so glad she's doing well there.
Indeed. I saw her at
Uh,
Rev Pro the day before, and she was doing very good stuff in that as well.
yeah,
Aye.
she from where I saw her a couple of years ago, she has rapidly risen through the ranks. I feel
Hmm.
in the British scene,
Hmm.
which is always great to see.
Aye.
Hollie, I saw on Friday night
There we
at
go.
Kamikaze Pro, um,
Aye.
to which, despite me wearing a Lally shirt and her standing in front of me at least twice, uh, did not notice that I was wearing a Lally shirt, and then said, "Did you wear that the entire time?" And I thought, as opposed to just what would I be wearing? I've just randomly just put it on now.
Hmm.
God bless Hollywood.
God bless. Indeed.
National treasure. Um,
Indeed.
so
Hmm.
this is a strange match, I thought,
A little bit.
because
Aye.
I think the crowd were a bit dead.
A bit, aye. I mean, the matches did have previously, it did feel a bit like we were finally kind of going down the
Yeah,
roller coaster a bit like, okay, we're slowing it now. So it was in a, despite being the main event, it was in a bit of a weird spot.
because I think one, it was quite warm by the
Yeah.
time we got to this match, and we had, I think it was like this was the fourth straight match
Hmm.
where it was basically match, 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 match
This
because
was the
of
moment
the
where having the early intermission started to be a big hindrance.
yes.
Aye.
Um, but both women gave it a good go. It
Absolutely.
was
Aye.
a really good match,
Mm,
which I fully expected it to be with
indeed.
these two.
Aye.
Violet having the best of this contest.
Mm,
Um, Hollie, the the fan favorite, being beaten up by Violet, who
aye.
I in the more I see her, the more I'm beginning to see kind of her being more vocal towards the crowd.
Mm,
Because I don't think it's something she's done a whole lot. I feel
aye.
it's always
Aye.
been a case of she's been with like team. So at the moment
Mm.
she's with Sky Smithson.
Having Sky Smithson be the person to be the heat generator in your team is very helpful because she is
Yes,
top tier as a heat generator.
yes,
Aye. So
um,
Violet's always been able to kind of like take a little bit of a back seat on that one. But
yeah.
she did a good job of it in this. I was saying
Yes,
to you,
she did do well.
aye,
But I think she did a really good job at trying to get the crowd to like boo and hate
aye,
her.
aye,
The only problem was the crowd felt a bit worn
a
down,
little bit, aye, aye,
uh, to which a few of us tried to kind of like keep
aye. I think me
the
and Sam were on top form for trying to boo Violet Nyte, which
yeah.
was helpful, I think. But Violet's got that benefit. I was saying to you at the end of the show that like Violet has the benefit that, and I mean this in a very positive way. Don't take this as an insult, Violet. I promise. She has a very heel face.
I like the fact you think she's going to listen.
And you never know. You
Who
never know.
listens to this shit?
I'm hedging my bets, all right? You never know. I don't want to be insulting, but she has a
If
very
she is,
heel
hello
face.
Violet,
Yes, hello,
love
Violet.
your
Yeah,
work.
I think you're a very good wrestler, Violet. Well done. But you do have a very heel face, and I think that is to your benefit.
Yeah, I know what you mean by that.
Aye. She has a very compellingly heel face. It's a natural, like, sort of like, yeah,
It's the the
yeah.
the term, and again, this is coming from a very positive standpoint. It's
Mm,
a resting bitch face.
it is indeed. It is a resting face of disgust with
Yes,
with everyone in her vicinity. Which,
it's just like
aye,
when she looks, it's just like, why am I here?
exactly.
What?
It's look at Crown being like, oh, these people. Oh.
Yeah. To
Aye,
which
and
she did
that
actually
works.
say that during the match. She went, I
Aye,
can't wait to get out of this northern town.
yes, aye,
And I thought, see, that's what you say. You say, don't like being in this northern town. You don't
aye,
say the EU. You say
aye.
northern town.
You go with the easy stuff.
Yes.
Aye, aye,
Start low,
aye.
and that's where you go. You
Start
build upon
low,
it.
boo the local team, and then you can evolve
Know
from
your
there.
audience.
Aye, exactly. We're very easy to wind up,
Yes.
wrestling fans. It's not that
Yes,
hard.
we are very easy to wind up.
Aye.
Um yeah, the match itself, I really enjoyed this, to be fair. I could be
Mm,
biased because I'm big fan of both.
mm.
And so I am going to be biased.
Yes, it's your
Um,
podcast. You're allowed to be
yeah,
biased.
yeah,
There you go.
yeah. Uh, anyway, it concludes with Hollie. I think the so I think she went to hit the Barlow stunner,
Mm,
did not get all of it
mm,
because I think that's possibly where they were going. However, they
mm,
did really well to kind of make up for it
mm,
and did a single leg crab. Or if you're a Landstorm fan, the Maple Leaf.
mm.
Um, because I don't think that particular name gets mentioned enough for me.
No, not enough
Uh,
respect to Lance.
no, I think was it the Maple Leaf or was it the Canadian Maple Leaf? I think it was just the Maple Leaf.
Uh, I think it was, yeah.
Yeah,
Aye. Lance, if you're listening, write in. Tell us.
yeah. I'll get Peter Sedohr because he'll probably do it
Aye.
next week.
Very true.
Uh, but yeah, that forces Violet Nyte to tap out
Mm,
to the single leg slash Maple Leaf for Barlow to retain her title, and that effectively is that. that
Aye.
brings an end to proceedings.
Mm-hmm.
What was your overall thoughts of show two?
Show two, I felt like was a big improvement of show one. It
Yeah,
felt like it was more, the crowd was better. There was more impetus for us for the crowd to get a bit more involved, and that always helps in terms of raising sort of expectations of things. I feel like a lot of the matches were just a lot better generally. Like
yeah,
that second, like '05 Tevlins tag match was
yes.
again fantastic. Romie and Ridgeway was really really good. They're like probably the two highlights for me. They're the two mega matches that if you're gonna go find anything, go find them two. They were exceptional stuff. And yeah, having just a bit more sort of personality in the second show helped quite a bit to raise the levels a bit. So yeah,
Because
it was
because
very good.
you had a nice mix of the old five and the Tevlins, which were just like beat the hell out of each other.
Mm,
Karnivora against Lily, and then the tag team with Cross and John, Vesper and Sedohr
mm,
was, in a sense, a light relief in different ways.
mm.
Uh, though the Carnivora and Lily match was a bit more kind of like a straight match than
Aye.
comedic. Slambulance and the Horde was very much a storyline building one.
Mm,
Romie and Ridgeway was just again hard hitting, much like
aye.
the first match. Hollie and Violet was a championship match.
Mm.
Overall, I stand by that show two was far superior to show one.
Indeed.
Uh,
It felt like there was more variety on the second
yeah,
show. The first show felt a bit much like it had a good start and then it had a lot of like storyline, sort of base match storyline,
yeah.
blah blah blah. And then
It was like I said, it
everything
was
else.
hit and miss. I felt show one, show
Mm.
two, I felt hit every single point it was doing. The the
Absolutely.
only the only negative I'll say on show two was it was just the heat and
Mm.
kind of having an early break. I think just took the crowd
Yes.
out of it towards the back end.
Aye.
Um, but before we finish off, we will give you one more chance to redeem yourself, Joe.
Mm.
So, how long did Hollie Barlow and Violet Nyte go?
I'm gonna say
I will give you 2 minutes either way.
that's being very generous. That's being very generous. I'm gonna go 16 minutes 14 seconds.
15 minutes and 55 seconds.
Oh, nearly. I was thinking 15 and I was like, I'll up it a little bit. But no, I'm happy to leave. I'm happy to leave on that.
Yeah,
That's not the worst end result I've
no.
had. So
Well, I'll put it this way. If you were playing that infamous game show, you you didn't go, well, you did, you went over. You should
yeah,
have gone
so
under, but yeah. Ignore
aye.
what I was going to say then, because I'm a
Aye.
complete liar.
Mm.
Um, be, be, before I even plug the next Future Shock show, do you want to plug
Mm.
anything? I know you haven't got
Uh
anything particularly, but you know,
no, I don't have much going on. Come to come to catch on Saturday.
yeah,
If you want to come have a good time. And if you're around Bolton near the Alma, come give me a shout.
buy you a pint.
Yes, please.
Just he'll be posting something like what table number he's at. You can buy him a pint. Much like St.
As if
Nathan's normally does.
as if the Alma has any tables. It's not that kind of pub, mate.
Well, I don't know. Um, yeah, for me at least, it's just Bradders Grappers on all socials.
hmm
Not a too much I can really plug.
Yeah.
The next Future Shock show is the 22nd anniversary show, if I have that right. Tickets on Skiddle or just check their socials. A
hmm
double header at the Manchester Union.
Mm.
Um, and very much, as Joe just said then, Our next show that we are going to live is Catch Pro Wrestling at New Riot at Gorilla in the Manchester City Centre, just a stone's throw away from the Ritz in town. Or if you don't know the Ritz, that's Sainsbury's on Oxford Road, which is
Hmm.
an equally good idea. Or another way to put it, get off at Oxford Road Station, come out the entrance, stay on your left, bend round, walk up, you're there.
Boom. Perfect.
Uh,
You have no
door,
no you have no excuse.
yeah, doors open at 4. First bell is 4:30. Moving forward this week, I am going to attempt to do a review on Kamikaze Pro Wrestling
Hmm.
for their, I think it was their 13th, I think it was their 13th anniversary show.
Hey.
The old blue into one these shows now.
Mm.
And I will tell ye a tale of my traveling woes.
Ooh.
And let me tell you that I had a
Mm.
lot of woes on Friday. Uh,
That sounds like a riveting listen, and everyone listening should listen to that podcast when it comes out.
yeah, and it deserves its own podcast. That alone. Uh,
Here we go.
in
Make those
fairness,
travel wars worth it and listen to that episode of the podcast.
yeah. Also, before then, we have also. I'll rephrase that. Other than that, we have. If you're going down to, I think it's called Seesaw in
Mm.
Manchester City Centre, there is the Shoot exhibition, which
Mm.
is all the kind of like wrestling photography. They're doing a big exhibition there. I believe there is a match taking
Yes,
place there.
there's a all over no ring match with Tom
Tom
McCall
McCall
and
and
is it Patrick Quinlan?
hmm,
It's one of the Quinlans, I know that.
Hood.
Aye. Aye, so
Uh,
that will be a fun time. So if you want to come and hang out and look at some lovely photography and probably have a drink, then come down. It'll be a good time.
yeah, I'm there, so
I'll be there as well. So if you want to come, I don't know, have a hug or a kiss or whatever you're into, then I'm up for it.
and we'll probably be in Grand Central,
Yeah.
probably. Speaking of Grand Central, we are looking. Uh, no, you don't have to come down.
Mm,
Uh, that said, we are hoping to do a Catch Pro preview or pre-show at least
mm.
uh, at Grand Central unofficially.
Ew. Unofficial,
Uh,
yes.
unofficially. I
Mm,
know we have a couple of people that may be coming down early.
indeed.
Um,
So
so
if you want to be on the podcast, now's your chance.
yes, uh,
You have to have
we
opinions about catch pro wrestling, though. You can't just come on and say your piece.
well, I mean,
I mean, you, I
you,
mean,
you
I mean,
can
you
do.
can. Aye.
It's not.
It might not make the
It's a
edit,
free
but
country. I don't know how I'm going to work that yet. If I'm going to do it, stream it live, or just record
I'm
it and then
I'm
add it
sure you
later.
will. I'm sure you will make a great plan, and it will do very well.
Oh, you judge me too wrongly.
You'll do a better job than I will. So,
I,
which is admittedly
well,
not
I'll
saying
I'll be
much,
doing it
but
with a sober mindset.
aye, which I certainly won't be. So,
No. Um, but yes, that is literally all because
yeah,
this has gone on quite a long time.
it has
Uh,
indeed.
that
That's my fault. I
said,
apologize.
that said though, uh, I'm looking how long it has been, but I think that is
Mm,
only the recording, not the actual recording
yes.
of this podcast.
Mm.
But yes, thank you for listening. If you have any feedback, please drop me a line at Brothers Grappers on Instagram. I do feel this episode I may actually get a couple of comments from certain people.
There we go.
Uh,
That's the magic I bring.
yeah, I didn't say it was going to be good comments, but
Hmm.
we'll
Well,
see. Um, we'll know if I'm not bad from future shows. Uh, but yes, thank you for taking the time to listen. I will see you at shoot on Friday. If not, I will
Mm.
see you at Grand Central or Catch. But for now, thank you very much, and Auf Wiedersehen.
Goodbye.